guys some nice sounds. I'm just gonna be rambling on what's going on with me and why I was gone for the past, who knows how long, like more than 3 months. I'm just gonna talk a lot about, where I've been, what I've been doing, and let's get straight to the video. Yeah, so anyways, this right here was a pack of earplugs. The reason why I had the earplugs is because I have an upstairs neighbor, which you can probably hear within the video sometimes. But anyways, the walls, not the walls, but I guess the floors are very, 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 very thin. I can literally hear every single time that person walks. Every single time. It's a creak, like right here. Like, I don't know what's wrong with right here. It's in like a doorway. I can just hear everything when it comes to walking. So yeah, I had to get these things and most to your ear. And what I was doing, which is very bad, is that what was very bad was that I was trying to stuff it as possible, like get in my ear, jam it in my ear. Not really jam it, but like I just try to make sure all the noise was gone. And it caused a pressurization, or put a lot of pressure in my ears. And yeah, it was very, very, very quiet, I would say, but at a cost of giving me, I forgot what was that. It's that one thing when it comes to ears where it makes you very dizzy. It wasn't really making me dizzy, but it was definitely doing something. So I just had to stop using these, and luckily I was still able to sleep without hearing the person above me, which when I first moved into this place was the worst thing ever. Oh my god, the guy up there I literally thought was like clinically insane. The dude was literally just jumping across. There's like a hallway, we all got the same floor plan, and there's this hallway that he keeps not walking, but he jumps. He goes from one end, jumps, and it's the loudest like sounds ever. And it would happen at like 3 a.m., which is insane. And I had to complain about it. I didn't want to be a Karen about it, but bro, there's no reason for you to be doing that. If there's a gym literally 1 minute away from us, there's literally a gym in the complex. But yeah, it was just insane, but luckily he stopped. I don't know, it took 2 complaints for me, I guess, for it to stop. But yeah, but all I gotta deal with now is just the noise, which, I mean, is understandable. These are not really the best apartments when it comes to soundproofing the floors. But yeah, and I've been really studying for the ASVAB for the past 2 months, and I passed the ASVAB. Greatest feeling. Had to like celebrate for the past 2 days. I got a 92. A 92 on my ASVAB. Which I'm very, very happy with because it took so long, I feel like, for me to complete that whole process of studying. And what a 92 does for me, it allows me to get a lot more jobs, which is going to help a lot when it comes to getting out of the military. And I did a lot of thinking. A lot of people go in the military or was trying to join the Air Force is because I really want to get a job in cybersecurity. And a big thing when it comes to working for the government is you get security clearance. Security clearance. And what security clearance is, it allows you to have access to more top secret work, I would say. I'm not really too informed of exactly what I'll be working on, but it allows you to be able to work in a more secured environment, I would say, or work with a lot of more secured data, which really a lot of companies when it comes to tech is looking for. And when I get out, I want to work for a company called what's it called? I forgot what it was called. Oh, Lockheed Martin. Lockheed Martin. What Lockheed Martin is? It's a defense company, which a lot of people find it controversial because it works with a lot of weapons and war destruction stuff. But you know, I really sorry about that. My battery just died, so I had to put in a new one. But anyways, like I said, if you are very sensitive to the fact that there is defense companies and all these war involving companies like that, you know, you just gotta get with the program, because there is a lot of bad things in this world that are much worse than having somebody who's trying to make weapons that defends the country. But anyways, I don't want to get in detail, but people have their beliefs. But anyways, yeah, that's the company I want to join, because it really is it really makes sense to transfer into something like that after working in the Air Force, because a lot of things can transfer, such as your security clearance, like I just said. They really love security clearance when it comes to defense companies and people that work for the government, or companies that are government centric. That's a nice word, centric. But yeah, the last video I made, I feel like was kind of bad. I just really wanted to upload. Yeah, I uploaded at like 3 o'clock in the morning, which is not good for views, but I don't care. But yeah, I really just wanted to upload, and the setting I was in was just so uncomfortable. Every time I move the couch, sorry, I still do that with my voice. The couch literally keeps creaking. Every single time I would make a single move. Try this. I'm just using stuff that I have around me, because I just made up this whole setup. It's literally in my bedroom. But yeah, I moved in here in February, entering into March. So a lot of things I've done was, you know, buying furniture for the first time. I have to cook for myself a lot more. And I would say I was really surprised with myself of how I achieved all this, or acquired all this furniture without not wanting it, or thinking like, hey, this really sucks in person compared to what I saw online. Everything I've gotten, literally I had no problem with. Everything I've gotten, it just worked so good, so perfectly. And I really want to say thanks to Sims 4 for, you know, giving me the skills and the eye of interior design, because, you know, I did a lot of playing. A lot of hours were put into Sims 4, and it already paid off. But yeah. Routine. My equipment in my gym is very limited, because it is a like gym that's in the apartment complex, so they're not gonna really make it like a whole Alpha Land type of deal. If you don't know what Alpha Land is, it's like the biggest, one of the biggest like gyms they got in Texas. But let's get back into the military and what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to go into the Air Force. Like I said, I'm trying to get into cyber, and I needed not a 90, but I needed a 70 on electronics, which involves a lot of like electrical, not necessarily like tech things, more of like electronics and electrical equipment, like how AC, DC, alternating current, which moves up and down, up and down, up and down, and a lot of power lines would use that stuff, mainly because it's fast and it's more efficient than converting stuff in, which the other one is DC, which is direct current. Direct current is just like this. It's not moving at all. It's just a direct, it moves in a straight line basically in visual terms. So I had to learn stuff like that, and a lot of the jobs I heard tech related and needed electronics to be one of the top priorities when it's coming to testing good on the test, which I actually got a 92 as well on the electronics part, which I'm very excited for. Now, one of the jobs I really want, it's called cyber warfare. Cyber warfare, which I don't know exactly what they do, but I know it involves cybersecurity, which I'm trying to do, and there's also other jobs that involve cyber, but I feel like this one's like the top one, mainly because it's called the EDPT. I forgot the acronym what it stands for, but it involves like IQ test mixed in with like IT knowledge, which I already have. A lot of that is involved with that, and you need to get a score of 70 or above, which I don't know exactly I got yet, because I got to talk to my recruiter, and I literally called him today. I think it was Friday. It was Saturday. And I was like, why is he not answering? It was literally Saturday, which, you know, they work like a 9 to 5 during the week, not during the weekend. So now I gotta wait to see what I get, because I really hope I can get the nice score, so I can qualify for that job. But if I don't, I still qualify for most of the cyber jobs. And what's cool too is that I qualify for a lot more jobs because I am still in school for cybersecurity, and a lot of my certificates revolve around that, so it will really transfer really well. It will transfer really well when it comes to getting a job in the Air Force. But yeah, that's basically the whole process of the ASVAB. Now I have to wait for the physical, which I'm kind of scared because they very nitpicky when it comes to having a healthy body. Sorry, I keep whistling. They are really strict when it comes to having like a healthy body. So if you have asthma, if you're allergic to peanut butter, allergic to bees, you're done. You cannot join the military at all. But what I'm more scared about and worried about is my eyesight. You don't need to be, you can have classes obviously in the Air Force, but I feel like my eyesight is just decreasing by the day. I swear. And it's totally my fault because I literally wake up and the first thing I do is look at my phone. I literally, it's so bad, but you can really hear the guy above me. But yeah, it's so bad. But the reason why I always look at my phone is because I'm just like I'm like, there's just so much more I have to do as an adult, like a lot more responsibilities. Because I'm also looking for another job right now, and I'm so worried about getting a call back, and I'm also gotta worry about the Air Force and stuff and information I need to furthermore the process. There's just so much stuff that I have to do. Not so much stuff, but more so like a lot of information I want to look at, and I'm so anxious when I wake up, which is really bad. And my room is literally, there's no windows. It's just pitch black, which is perfect when it comes to going to sleep. But the first thing you should always be looking at as soon as you wake up is outside and just like intake the sun, which I don't do. My apartment does not have a balcony, but I'm gonna have to get into the sun eventually because I have barely go into the sun, which is very bad when it comes to vitamins and vitamin C and stuff like that. And I do want to get my tan back. I'm a light skinned dude, but I literally look white and pale, and everybody just thinks I'm a different creature. Cause like, hey, you got black hair, like African American hair, and the nose, but you have like the complexion of a white guy. It's crazy. But yeah, and another thing in the Air Force that that you have to do is it's called tech school. Also, there's also basic military training, what I'll get into. But tech school is where you're gonna learn your job basically. And the reason why I'm so happy that I have like certificates within cybersecurity is that one of them I already have, so I would already skip a class basically at tech school. But yeah, and then there's also basic military training, which is about 2 months. So I really, when I get in there, you guys will not see me until I'm in uniform on a video. That's literally the next time you'll see me, once I go to basic military training, because that's 2 months, and then you have like a day to like hang out with your family, and then right after that you ship out to your training school, which could take up to like 8 months depending on your job. I think air traffic controlling is like almost a year, because you gotta learn so much, because air traffic is just something you gotta intake a lot of information and apply it to the job. I hate how this noise happens every time. I don't have the AC on or nothing. I think it just circulates air. It's a lot more quiet because I was in my living room doing the videos. But yeah, there's also, when you're in tech school, you're basically, what you're doing is, there's gonna be a set time where you're gonna pick locations where you want to be stationed at. And it's not guaranteed, but it's called a wish list for a reason. And the number one spot, I would say like the top 5 bases I want to work at or live in. I think number 1 might be Hawaii. The first time and the only time I went to Hawaii was when I was in 8th grade. Loved it. The water was clear. It was raining, but I love the rain. Rain is such a nice mood to have. And I feel like the women out there are so beautiful. But yeah. And then I think number 2 might be, it's definitely Japan, but I don't know if I want to go to Okinawa, which is an island off of Japan, or mainland Japan. And the third one I would want to work at is in Florida. Florida. I've never been to Florida, and I really want to visit Florida and live there and see what it's like, because there's a lot of diverse individuals in Florida, especially in Miami. You got a lot of Dominicans, you got a lot of Cubans, and I just want to see what that's about when it comes to the women side of that. But yeah, and the weather is very nice. You just gotta worry about hurricanes, which I'm pretty sure where I'm stationed at is not in Hurricane Alley. But that's number 3, and I think number 4. I'm so drawn between Texas or California, because there's a California base that's by LA, I'm pretty sure, but I think there's like 2 different ones that is in California. So I'll probably put 4 and 5 together as like, there's the one in Texas. I love Texas. I'm used to it now. My family wants to move out here, so why not, work out here? But at the same time, that's why this one's so much higher in my list, because I want to experience new cultures and all this different stuff. And another reason why I wanted to join the military is because you get to travel a lot more, and you get to be able to connect with a lot more people and make friends. And that's something I really want to do, is because I do not have any friends out here. The only friend I had out of here literally moved back to California, and he's joined the army. But yeah, he's literally the only guy I knew out here, and now it's just me and my family that's out here. And I just, I want to be able to make more friends, more connections, because connections really allows you to build up more within your personal and like your career life. I don't know why this keeps happening. I have to keep like my computer on to keep the sound going. It's so weird. But yeah. And then I want to see what else I've been doing. I was playing Marvel Rivals for a little minute, but I stopped. I literally bought the season pass thinking I was gonna play the whole thing, but I literally stopped playing the game as soon as I got the season pass. And I am an Iron Fist main. Which people hate, mainly because he can just fly by just trying to hit somebody. Like the most fun I have playing as Iron Fist is when there's an Iron Man and he tries to like fly away, but like you're so fast, like you literally just keep up and keep punching him, and so he just keeps flying away, and you end up just killing him because he's so focused on running away from you compared to like trying to like kill you. So yeah, but I've actually, when it comes to gaming, I've been doing a lot of like these COD series with my friends. It's like 10 of us, and we all play on Call of Duty Cold War, which is like 5 years old. It came out like 2020, but we love that game so much. We always do series on that, and it's so much fun because you have all these rivalries. I can't even say the word, but you know what I mean. Between our friends, and I'm considered like one of the top like options because I'm so good at the game. But like the thing is, when you're like the top player, one of the top players, you're always like looked at as like, hey, if you do mediocre, that means you're like really bad at the game. So you have a lot of like expectations as a top performer. But yeah, that's what I've been doing when it comes to gaming. It's just a lot more like series, and I really feel like my online friends is really helping me, keeping me from, oh my god, it's loud. What my online friends help me do is keep me from being lonely. Oh my god, hold on. Okay, I don't know why every time the train passes by, I said, is going to the gym. What I do is on Mondays, I start with, oh my god, I start with upper body, and most people have like different parts of the upper body they work on each day, but I just put everything together because I'm still trying to like figure out what I need to do as like a workout plan. But I've just been doing upper body Monday, and then lower body, which is legs, on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday I work on core and polymetrics, and then on Thursday I did mostly polymetrics and core. And the reason why I'm trying to do polymetrics is, which is like working with like your athleticism. And I want to be able to dunk, and be able to be like one of the most athletic players on the court. But yeah. And then Friday, see, I was so confused because I was thinking today was Friday and found out it was Saturday, so I'm pretty much all set with my weekly workout. But yeah, and then I've also been doing a lot more running on the treadmill, which I barely did when I did work out a lot more, or not a lot more, but like when I was working out, like say a couple months ago, I wasn't really doing a lot of, except like what do you call it, stamina type of exercises, which involves like running and like jogging. But that's what I've been doing for the past couple of weeks now. And I used to try to do 1 mile, but now I've built up to 2 miles. And eventually sometimes I'll do like 3 miles. But yeah, and I think there's one more thing I want to talk about. Oh yeah, ever since I moved in, it's not even my fault. I had to deal with roaches. And another thing I had to deal with was silverfish. Like this isn't Minecraft, bruh. But yeah, I had to deal with silverfish, which both of them really love moist environments. And I usually find them in my bathroom because, you know, when you take a shower, it's going to be a lot of steam. It has to, you know, go somewhere, and it ends up just floating around. But I have a vent that goes on, so it doesn't cause too much steam to, you know, linger. But yeah, bro, it was so bad. Like, I would find a roach every week. Luckily, they were the big ones, which is like so like scary. Sorry, my this stupid computer. Hold on. But yeah, it literally would have to be like a roach every week. It kind of cut down a little bit now because I got raid, and what it does is you can also spray it not only on the roach, but you can spray it like around the house, so they would like for instance, I sprayed it like on my not on my bathtub, but like before you walk into the tub, because I heard that roaches love to come from like sinks and tubs, stuff like that, and you know, it kind of like it makes a barrier. And I literally saw like a dead silverfish, and I sprayed it like 2 days before. Then it works like a charm when it comes to defending. But I haven't seen any roaches yet, knock on wood. I don't see any more, but if I do, I'll make sure I got that raid, which I'm so glad I got now, because before then I had to use like a shoe, which was so nasty because you literally have to like smash it and it goes mold all over the place. And you have to clean it up and all that. But now that I got Raid now, it makes the pickup and cleaning process a lot easier. But if you guys are dealing with a lot of roaches or roach problems in general, I would recommend getting like a dehumidifier, which I'm not gonna get from my place because I'm just gonna be here for I don't know how long, but I'm not gonna be here for long. But I just try to minimize, the amount of like humidity the humidity in my house, because I do live in Houston, which is a lot of like humidity. But yeah, that's what's just been going on. Just wanted to update y'all on what's going on in my life. I really hope you guys like this setup too, because I got like a little light here now that I never used. Because when I bought like all these like all these decoration stuff, lights and stuff, I had this thing in my room and I never used it, but now I got a reason to use it now, which I hope it helps with the vibe. And what I did was I have like this portable table that I'm using, and I'll just move it to the side, because a lot of the times when it comes to recording these videos is that I'm using an actual camera, and it is a piece of work to deal with when it comes to making the videos, because I literally have to have a laptop going for the microphone. For some reason it doesn't accept like an outlet, like a regular wall outlet. You need like something running or something that's going for it to actually work. And then you also gotta connect the wire to the camera. And then you also, what you gotta do is you gotta have, like I have these headset now. You also gotta have that wire going, so there's a lot of things going on to make these videos. But I think I found a good process and a more efficient way of making videos now, because I want to spend these next couple months, or how long it takes before I go into the military, of just working on ASMR and my content in general, because I feel like it would really boost me more into like the content creation side of ASMR. And it's such a niche, it's not really a niche thing anymore, but it's compared to like other stuff like streaming and like IRL streaming, it's a very niche thing. And what I like about it is that I can just chill and just make these videos, because I can make the same video as this one of me just rambling, but with like a normal voice. But if I'm just like here like talking in a normal voice, people wouldn't really, I guess, consume it as much as like ASMR, because in ASMR you're providing something to the audience, like you're providing them the something to like fall asleep to, compared to like just making a normal video. Because in this content creation thing, I've been in it for so long. When it comes to like TikToks and all that, I used to make a bunch of TikToks when I was like 18, like when I was still in high school. But I really feel like ASMR is the best thing for me, because I like talking a lot, but I have nobody to talk to, which is sad. But I like it because it's just chill. I can just talk about whatever, you know. And yeah, you just gotta like know like what's gonna grab the person's attention. There's like different. You always gotta like look at content creation as like, what does this person want from me? What could I provide to this person or this group of people? And there's like, there's comedy, there's like education, there's just so much stuff you can provide to people. And I feel like comedy and IRL streaming is probably like the hardest ones, because everybody is so like, everybody wants to do IRL streaming in general, and it just creates this like atmosphere where like there's just so many people at the point where it's like the job market like is so saturated. It's a lot harder to grab people's attention. But anyways, I really hope you guys enjoy this video. I'm gonna try to spend the next couple of days like thinking of like ideas and different type of content. Well, this one's kind of a good sound. Hold on, I'll do this real quick. But yeah, I really want to start making a lot more videos, because I have a lot of free time right now between now and then before I go into the military. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys had a great day / night, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.